Okay, this video is example number 4 concerning omissive elements, and it's from Ephesians chapter 1 verse 4, and of course may look a little difficult, but it's really not. It's just a good example. This is supposedly, I know one teacher said this perhaps is the most controversial text of all the New Testament, or maybe the Bible, but if it is, it's still in common language, and we can see what that looks like. This is according as he spoke us, and it's out from, preposition out from, little blank there, and it's for himself. It's middle voice, himself. Of course, here's us. Take that out there. And then this is in him. This is Christ here. And here's an interesting place. Before, and this is the word, you might not be able to see it. I'll raise it up. There we go. Kata boles. And that's, of course, two words. And this is down and cast. Cast down. And establishment. Establishment. And then, of course, here's the other word, cosmos. There's no definite article. It's a kind of order. Order. But one thing that's omitted here is, as I said, when you ask a question, let's say a very good question, that is, as a learner, you want to know, and you say, where's the algorithm that allows for what we're about to observe? Where's the hermeneutic? Where's the principle? Because this one word here, kataboles, is often translated creation. Well, for it to be that, there is a term for that. If I can remember. There we go. Yes, that's it. You can see it now. That's the term for creation. Now, it's not a big deal. I don't really, not being primed one way or another according to the constructs that are out there and then the advocates of each one. Let's just take a more easily perceived view instead of all those words. But here we have just as clearly as I can make it, kata boles. And here's this word, tiseos, I believe. You pronounce it any way you'd like. Certainly would not have any argument with me. But where is the algorithm? Where's the hermeneutic that allows these two terms, that is, allows these to be equated and then substituted? It causes a great deal of stress, because if you talk about prior to the establishment of a kind of order, that refers back to why he spoke us out for himself in the first place, and that was in Christ. It would take the student toward the purpose for our having been chosen, which is that verb, he chose us. That was a direct object personal pronoun, so it is direct and personal here in that text. It's just that by doing this, and there's no Bible police out there. It's not a field that anyone is governed. There's no forces out there. It's just for us here to establish why we are so driven, if you will, and devoted to the text itself. Is nothing allows this to be placed into the text. And yet you'll actually see translations that make no distinction between kataboles and this word here. And to not make the distinction, again, goes back to, we have a divine construct. We call it the Bible, the Scriptures. And these words were selected in the superintendency of the Scriptures. The authors were not just randomly, haphazardly composing that is producing a composite that has no rhyme or reason. But this is a good one here. It's example number 4. And again, it's not to provoke anyone. It's actually to help learners. If you want to know why is it so controversial, that text, one thing is this here. This is inserted. And of course, you can go down a list. Words like gymnao are equated with sozo. Here you have kataboles. Kataboles is equated with this word katiseo, excuse me. I really wish I could pronounce that. And of course, when you start exercising these liberties, and then of course readers don't know this unless they go back and peel away the layers of translations, they won't know that. But then even in English, people equate birth and saved, foundation with creation. Again, those are just areas that can really give you a completely different interpretation, or direct you toward, or place you in a direction toward which the older or original text, I can't say originals literally, we're referring to the extant copies that we have, but it directs the reader somewhere else. But that was example number 4, and it was for your, just another example of how without an algorithm, liberties can be taken.